my gosh, guys. It's finally ready. I'm finally done with the tutorials. I've double checked the recordings. It all looks good. I don't have to redo it. Please, please don't let anything go wrong in this campaign recording. But yeah, that's right. We're hopping into the campaign, Gloomhaven. I have zero idea of how this is going to go down. Like I said, I've only played the Jaws of the Lion physical game a couple of times years ago. I've never played Gloomhaven other than the tutorials that you all have witnessed. And especially digital. This is the first digital run as well. And I don't know how the campaign starts. So I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to, I believe, have available the characters from the tutorial as my party of explorers and adventurers. So yeah, join me on this journey together. I'm so excited. All right. Campaign. We're going to play the original board games campaign and face the horrors beyond the walls of Gloomhaven in a 95 quest campaign, plus any unlocked expansions. 95 quests. Okay, so that might give me a good idea of how long this is going to be, or how many episodes it's going to be. Okay, so we don't have anything to continue or load, so we're going to hop into new. Oh my god. Oh, there are options. There are lots of options. Okay, let's... A guild name? Oh, I'm great with names. My guild name will be Infinity. Yes, INFINITY. My difficulty? Friendly, easy, normal, hard, brutal, and deadly. Okay, so friendly just unlocks blessed and healthy. And easy. Easy just gives me easy. Monsters, traps, and gold will be one level lower. Okay. Normal gives me absolutely nothing. Hard. Monsters, traps, gold will be one level higher. Ooh. Monster traps, gold will be 2 levels and 3 levels. I think I'm gonna go with normal, even though you guys witnessed, if you watched the tutorials, me really fudge one of those up. I'm gonna go with normal. Enhancement settings. They cannot, ability enhancements, they cannot be modified once the campaign starts, so choose wisely. Okay, so original permanent enchantments will affect all current and future mercenaries of the same class. Enchantments cannot be sold or updated. Temporary enchantments will affect individual mercenaries and can be removed to regain 75% of their original cost. The costs have also been rebalanced to encourage experimentation. This is recommended. So I'm assuming that the original is just outdated, so they want to make the game better playable. Since it states recommended, I'm going to go recommended. I'm picking normal here because I want to kind of go in base level of the game. I don't want anything to be made easier or harder. But since this is recommended, I'm going to go with this change here. So let's take our Infinity. Let's actually change this to Tribe of Infinity. Alright. Oh, there's so much. House rules. Okay. House rules can be modified during the games. These can be found in the options menu. So attack modifiers. ×2, ×0 attack modifiers recommended. Okay, this is recommended. This is also recommended, 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 and recommended. So we're gonna keep everything here how it is. So this one takes away the times ones. Okay, so no, I do want the original attack modifiers. When attacking with advantage, if a single rolling modifier is drawn, both attack modifiers will be applied to the attack. Cannot roll until no modifier. Okay. Character has line of sight. Standard line of sight. Center hex, line of sight added. Line of sight can be drawn from the center of any hex on the attacker's center or any corner. Okay. There are no enemies or no valid path to hex from which the summon can attack the enemy. Summon will not move. Okay. No valid path to the hex from which the summon can attack an enemy. Some of them can choose whether the summon will move towards that mercenary or not. Okay. Spawn monster gold drops. What's this? Spawn monsters do not drop gold on death. What? Spawn monsters drop gold on death. I'm gonna go with the recommended. I don't. The more gold on the board, the more reckless I'll be. So let's not. Okay. Downloadable content. So Jaws of the Lion I've played in person. A couple of scenarios. I've never finished it. We do not have any DLCs at this time. But you know, we'll see how this goes, and then we'll see if we want to do any additional after this campaign finishes. Whew. All right.
Welcome to the harsh lands of Gloomhaven, recruit.
Oh.
You think you have what it takes to become a mercenary out there on the edge of the world?
I hope so.
We are paid to venture into the darkest forests of the region and to step into ancient crypts with the unmistakable stench of death and rotting flesh.
Oh.
Lovely places to earn a name for yourself. Be ready to face cutthroats.
Ooh. Did you see that
undead,
skeleton guy? That was cool.
fearsome tribes, and dreadful demons from other realms. You didn't find yourself as a mercenary without knowing how to crack a few skulls, did you?
Wow. So this is quite loud in my ear. I'm gonna turn that right down. That was crazy. Hopefully it doesn't affect the audio of the recording, but almost lost my hearing there. All right. So before going into the harrowing wilderness surrounding Gloomhaven, you'll need at least 2 mercenaries in your party, brave or greedy enough to seek out adventures in exchange for gold. This is Gloomhaven here. So this is the map. Ooh, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nice. On your left, you'll find the party panel. Here you'll see the basic information of the mercenaries in your party. Click on the first character slot to open the roster panel. Okay. So these are my characters. Oh, I can only take 4. Okay. You can create, view, and add mercenaries to the current party using the roster panel. Right now, it's looking as barren as the Copperneck Mountains. So best click on New Mercenary to create your first character. Let's get a new mercenary in here. Nah, I can only pick from the ones that I've played. Good choice. Oh, I didn't pick him. I didn't pick him. Good choice. Now remember, looks aren't everything. Merc's ability cards are what define their actions in battle. You can click the starting ability card button to make sure this is the right mercenary for your party. Once you are sure of your decision, hit the select mercenary button and move forward. Okay. So Merc's ability cards are what define their actions in battle. You can click on the starting ability cards button to make sure this is the right. Okay. So that's here. So these are the ones that we start with. It's automatic of what we start with. Okay. Select a class. There's so much. This first episode might just be setup. Class name, personal. I can name you. Okay, cool. I don't have to call you Brute. Beautiful. The Brute employs his great size and strength to earn a living by wielding his huge sword and impressive shield for those who pay the most. Brutes are best used as frontline melee troopers, absorbing damage and protecting the more fragile range damage dealers, and are best equipped with items that keep them alive longer. Okay, so he starts with 10 health, 13 ability cards, 0 perks. He's a low difficulty. He's melee damage tank. His strengths are high health and defensive abilities, make him more durable than some, access to early disarm and stun, and great at pushing enemies about. His weaknesses are low mobility, poor range attack options, and not the greatest conversationalist. You don't need to be a great conversationalist. I think I am going to take Brute. Can I click on this? No. So I'm going to select him. I'm going to name him Bobby. And what is this? A personal quest is the mercenary's sole reason for adventuring. Once the objective is complete, the will retire. You can retire? Beware, when mercenaries retire, they will no longer be playable characters. I'm gonna lose you, Bobby. Alright. Let's pick your personal quest, I guess. Though farewells can often be bitter, sometimes things have to move on to give way to new horizons. Completing personal quests and retiring mercenaries is the primary route to unlocking new character classes. Fine. Alright, so these are my rewards. Okay, so if I select this, these are my rewards. If I select these are my rewards. So the top ones are different. I don't know what this is. I unlock what? What is my unlocking? Alright, so Implements of Light. Find the Skullbane Axe in the Necromancer's Sanctum and then use it to kill 7 living bones, corpses, or living spirits. The Scourge of the Undead is upon you. You can feel the presence of unnatural life choking the world. You have heard tales of a legendary holy axe wielded by a vile necromancer. Your goal is simple. Kill the necromancer, take the axe, and lay waste to the undead menace. So find the Skullbone Axe and the Necromancer's Sanctum, use it to kill 7 living bones. Okay, so that's actually up here as well. And then it unlocks this stuff. I don't know what this stuff is. Alright, so this one is the Thin Palaces, or Places, sorry. Complete 6 side scenarios from the base game. The air is thin in Gloomhaven. Well, not the air exactly, but whatever is behind the air. Like there's something on the other side, pressing and scratching to get out. This troubles you greatly. You have decided to travel to a number of locations in the surrounding area and study this phenomenon further. With luck, the air won't get any thinner. Rewards. So I'll get 1 prosperity either way. Fighting a necromancer sounds fun. Let's choose that as your personal quest. Bobby has joined the party. Alright, Bobby. One thing you guys are going to see is that I'm great at naming characters. Alright, that's 1 merc sorted. But you'll need a minimum of 2 mercenaries before you can go out seeking adventure. It's important to build a party of mercs who complement each other in battle. Click on the second character slot in the party panel and create a new character. Know that you can't have more than 1 merc of the same character class in the party at the same time, so be sure to create a different one. We didn't say all that. Alright. Or are you saying, like, I picked a brute, but then I specifically picked a brute named Bobby? So if I wanted another brute, if I wanted to create another character, he can also be a brute, but he just can't come on this party. Right? That's what that meant? They said looks aren't everything, but I really don't like the look of the Tinker. I just don't. I'm definitely gonna have Cragheart come out. And I'm just trying to think of who else I want. I don't really know about the Mind Thief just yet. So these 2 have very low health. The Spellweaver, though, I kind of want to learn more about. So let's read their information. This is just going to be an introduction episode, I guess, with building my class because yowza, this is a lot. All right, so the tinkerers are quattrils. Quattrils? I can't read. That's a hard word. Tinkers are quattrils who are experts in crafting all manner of gadgets and elixirs, often using these tools to brave the wilds, hoping to uncover ancient curiosities. One of the best starting classes to have in a larger party. He has a wide array of abilities that affect enemies or can help allies. His summons can also take some heat away from allies when the situation requires it. Okay. I didn't really look at the starting ability cards of the Brute. And I high-key don't want to look at these either. You can pause the screen if you want to look at them. I am going to go in blind as a bat. Alright, so he has health, 15 cards, no perks, medium difficulty. He's a ranged support. So his strengths are decent ranged abilities, effective healer, wide range of options. So he's effective healer. He's got healing. He's weak. Weakness. He's very fragile. He's at 8 health, which is not that bad actually. These guys are worse. Weaker in smaller teams and has trouble opening tight jars. Like just throw in one of those weaknesses. All right, I'm gonna take him even though I don't like the way he looks. Because they said looks don't matter. My tinker's name is going to be. I'm so good at this, guys. You just give me a second to think of it. Tinkle. Invalid. Alright, Tinkle with a Y. Create, what is this? Alright. The Fall of Man, so that we're picking his personal quest. Complete 2 different scenarios in the Lingering Swamp, then unlock Fading Lookout, and follow it to a conclusion. The evidence is all around you, right in front of your face, as long as you know how to look for it. Cities built on the bones of something much older. Others were here before you, and then they vanished. You must find some clue about what happened to the ones who came before. Okay. Well, this is a new symbol. See, it's not telling me what these are. I wish I knew what these are. Then I would probably use that to consider which one I wanted. Alright, so Battle Legend. Earn 15 perk points from completed battle goals. It is time you made a name for yourself. A mercenary can go out and get the job done, but you are not just any mercenary. You want to do it in style, to have stories of your battles told by bards in taverns across the known world. If you do not leave behind a legend after you are gone, then what was the point of living? I don't need that. I don't need that kind of pressure. I feel like you are more curious, so we are going to let Tinkle be looking for the Fall of Man clues. Come on, Tinkle. Oh, that's just it? Before heading out on your first quest, you should gear up. After all, it is your first time out in the open. You'll notice each mercenary has a modest stash of gold. It's encouraged to take that money over to the merchant shop and spend it on anything that might just help you from dying. Was that here? Where's the merchant shop? I would like to add more people. Black Barrel, your journey starts here. Where? Black Barrel. I don't know. Hello, merchant. Remember, each mercenary has his or her own stash of gold and a personal inventory, so make sure you click on the right mercenary's portrait before you purchase an item. Is it not gonna let me add more people? Because Tinkle's not good in small parties. Alright, so for Bobby Bobby and Tinkle have 30 gold. Wing shoes. During your movement, add jump to the movement. During your movement, add 2 to a single movement. I can view 10 cards equipped. I need to go back in there and pick which ones I want, right? Can I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it lets me see all of them still. I guess I will look at the cards. Fine, you guys, fine. Attack with Pierce, move with 4, retaliate, gain for each time you retaliate this round. Retaliate self. Okay. Heal in the range. Attack. Ooh, I like that one. Sweeping blow. Move and push. Attack at his arm. Any enemy who targets one of your adjacent allies within attack this round targets you with an attack instead, regardless of the attacker's range. Interesting. Okay. So the movement, movement of 4 is pretty good. Okay, and they have the shield. Okay, they have a shield one there instead of retaliate. Attack and stun. Shield, attack. Okay. A good amount of attacking multiple enemies. I want this card. I definitely want this card. Attack X, where X is the number of hexes you have moved so far this turn. Ew, move X, where X is the amount of damage you have inflicted so far this turn. Very nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to want to be able to move further. I think having boots. So this is everything, and then this just breaks down. Okay, so I think having healing would also probably be good. During your attack, add +1 damage to your entire attack action. During your turn, recover up to 1 of your discarded cards. That sounds great. Alright, we're going to do the Boots of Summoning. And then we're going to spend his last on my discarded cards. Recover up to 1 of your discarded cards. That's not the burn cards though, right? We'll take it, because even if I don't use it, I'll still have it for another round. Alright, little Tinkle. We're gonna give you... Alright, what are your cards? Oh my god. Oh, he can have 12. Interesting. Create 1 6 damage trap and an adjacent empty hex. Remove. Summon a decoy, can ya? Okay. Oh, that's cool. Attack and wound. Flamethrower. Oh my god, you have a flamethrower? Oh, Tinkle. Tinkle's mighty powerful. Or affect self and all adjacent allies. Alright, you're good. Oh, he's my loot goblin. You can loot in the radius of 2. Attack and pool. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's great. Wow. Then I will give you the ability to heal 2, move 6. You have a lot of movement, so you don't need that. Adjacent allies add +1 attack to your allies this round. Wow. Okay. Tinkle, I am so glad I picked you. We still need more men, though. Create 1 damage, poison, trap in an adjacent empty hex. Okay. So, during your ranged attack, ignore all shield values for an entire action. That's pretty dope, honestly. That is a ranged weapon. This merchant sucks. You don't got nothing? We're gonna give you the ability to jump, and a healing potion. Okay. When ready, click the world map button below to return to the world map. Okay. Gloomhaven isn't known for its well-mannered folks and good Samaritans, but there's a lot to gain from its city streets. You can choose to partake in city encounters by clicking the button below. It's encouraged that you do this whenever you're in the city, as they often give good rewards. Okay. If you ever find a quest that looks too hard or one you've repeatedly failed to complete, the Temple of the Great Oak can grant you its blessing, for a fair price, of course. You can choose to access the temple using this button below. Okay. The first quest location is marked just north of Gloomhaven. You'll see it flagged with an icon. As you progress, more quest locations will appear across the map. To keep track of them, you can use the quest log on the right-hand side of the screen. Click on the black barrow or the entry in the quest log to select the quest. Okay. You can embark upon a quest with up to 4 mercenaries, but the more mercs you bring, the more dangerous the quest will be. Once you set out for a quest, you won't be able to change the members of your party until you return to Gloomhaven. Interesting. Well, city encounters available, Temple of the Great Oak, Merchant, Gloomhaven, and the world map. So this is a quest here. Black Burrow, your journey starts here. We're gonna add another merchant, I believe, or mercenary, not merchant. And I really do want to take Cragheart. I think that he's pretty good too. He's good damage and support, but she had some range stuff. So scoundrels are self-serving and opportunistic. They believe that everything is theirs and will do anything to make sure it becomes so. Oh, interesting. She excels at high damage melee attacks, identifying lone targets and also gaining bonuses from working close to her teammates. She is a loner, however, so don't expect her to help other party members apart from killing their attackers. So basically, like, she doesn't give any like healing or shield. So her strengths are high mobility, potential for high melee damage, and can affect enemies with poison. Her weaknesses are little in the way of effects that assist teammates, few defensive abilities, and low health, which is not that low. We'll try and take all the gold, which is usually going to be fine. Let's look at her cards, since I might not take her to the shop. I think this is just so overwhelming, all the cards being listed like this. I like it in the mercenary or the merchant shop because it's one at a time. But I'm just going to quickly do a once over of these just to get it out of the way. Your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. Add +2 to your attack. Whoa. Targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. That's crazy. For the next 4 attacks? That's crazy. Target adjacent to any of your allies. Okay. She's got a lot of movement. Her movements are pretty good. And she's got, of course, the loots. Disarm an adjacent trap. Add +2 attack and gain an experience when the target is adjacent to your allies. And an additional to none of theirs. So that's a possibility of +4. Next attack while invisible, double the value of the attack and gain. Wow, she's actually really good for stealth. Ooh, high damage. Do I want to take you, or do I want to take the magic wielder? In order to take her, though, I need to make sure that I'm creating magic. Which, I guess, you've got some earth magic, you've got some wind magic. And that's about it. So, what about fire. And earth. I think this is earth. Yeah. Not enough for me to care. So we're not gonna take you. I'm not even gonna bother reading your thing. You're pretty cool, but I don't really get you yet. Okay, so we're gonna take a scoundrel. We're gonna name her Beth. No. So I'm writing a story and I have a Beth and I actually like Beth, so let's not. We're gonna name you Stacy with an EY. No. Stacy. There we go. Alright. Just trophy hunt or helping hand. Obviously not a helping hand. Oh, there's another music one. I don't think I picked the music one on the last one either. And here's, what is that? Alright. So trophy hunt. Kill 20 different types of monsters from the base game. You remember that first time an arrow shot from your bow and pierced the heart of a deer, killing it instantly. That feeling of besting your prey on its own turf. But deer are such easy prey. There's far more challenging game out there in the wilds, and you want to experience it all. You do not hunt in order to kill. You kill because it's part of the hunt. That is insane. Ooh, that's insane. Okay. How deranged do I want you to be, I guess? A helping hand. Experience 2 other characters achieving their personal quest. You've never been one for the limelight. There's so much selflessness in the world. There's so much selfishness in the world. So much grandstanding. You have always preferred the background. Everyone in this town seems to have some high and lofty goal. You are just happy to help. Well, that goes against everything in your character description, right? I think I gotta make Stacy crazy. Kill 20 different types of monsters. Let's make her crazy. She's insane. Little floppy bangs. Alright, girl, you're in there. You're in there. Now let's bring my bestie Craghearts. So Craghearts are Savas who were exiled for being incapable of mastering an element. Hey, they are an element. Their core is shattered to mark them for life. What? They have a wide range of abilities in reasonable health, meaning they can be used in a defensive melee role as a ranged damage dealer or even a healer in a pinch. Prioritize using earth mana to get the most out of their abilities. I don't appreciate how negative that was. Okay, so they start with 10 health, which is good, honestly. Ability cards 14, no perks, medium, damage, and support. Alright, so their strengths, they can... Alright, so let's see. Yeah, they can place and interact with obstacles. Interesting. Versatile with melee and ranged options. Lots of direct damage abilities to dodge, shield, and disadvantage. Okay. Their weaknesses are... Doesn't quite excel in any one aspect. That's really rude. Some abilities require obstacles in specific locations to function, and they're hard to read facial expressions. Well, that's fine. We don't need to read your facial expressions. Okay. So we did get to see some of their cards in the tutorials. This one being a really good one. Mobilize. I like that one. Create 2 single hex obstacles and empty. Okay, so that basically makes people have to go around it. Enemies have to go around it. He has the ability to hurt his allies. So that I have to be careful with. Gain add target. Oh. Target an ability accompanied by target X means that the character can choose up to X different targets within range for the ability. Okay. Nice. Destroy one adjacent obstacle. Target all enemies move through is great. This one I did like. I just have to make sure that I create the element to be able to use its enhancements. I suffer 1 damage. God, yeah. This guy can hurt whoever is next to him. This is nice. This muddles them. Oh, of course. Of course it's off screen. What is the point? We'll look at it on... We're gonna go back to the merchants. So we'll look at it there. Next 6 range attacks actions air is currently infused. Consume air to add +2 range to the entire attack action. Okay. I like push. We push through target into hexes containing obstacles. In each case, destroy the obstacle. The target suffers 2 damage and you gain. Yeah, ooh, that's nice. Okay. We're gonna take you. We're gonna name you Paul. Welcome, Paul. Alright, so perfect poison or elemental samples. Okay. So kill 3 oozes, 3 lurkers, and 3 spitting drakes. Creating poison is an art. So many ways to die, so many ways to paint a canvas. You've been happy with your work up until now, but this will be your masterpiece. There are rumors of exotic creatures in the lands around Gloomhaven. If you could just collect a few samples, then you could craft a poison that will preserve your legacy. What the heck is that? Is that a mind flayer? Okay. Elemental samples is complete 1 quest in each of the following areas: Gloomhaven, Dagger Forest, Lingering Swamp, Watcher Mountains, Copperneck Mountains, and Misty Sea. The world is such a fascinating place, especially in the area surrounding Gloomhaven. So many intriguing phenomena, so many fruitful samples to collect. The place is so dangerous though, it's likely best to find some help. We'll go ahead and do that one. Get you out and exploring. Welcome, Paul. Alright, so I got Bobby, Tinkle, Stacy, and Paul. You're good. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the merchant. We're going to get Stacy. I feel like I want to spend all of Stacy's money on this piercing bow. Next 2 times your attack, the attacker gains disadvantage on the attack. On the next 2 sources of damage from an attack targeting you, gain 1 shield. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you see that? It adds 2 -1 modifiers to my deck? That's stupid. I didn't see that for any other ones, right? Why would I want that? We're gonna get... When damaged by an attack, gain 1 shield for that attack. We're going to give her the piercing bow. She only gets the 1, but that's okay. And then Paul is quite powerful. He also has 30. During your attack, gain advantage on the entire action. When attacked, consider a ×2 attack modifier card to be to the consider any ×2 attack modifier card the enemy draws to be a +0 instead. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. During your melee attack, add stun to the entire attack action. Poison to a single attack. I think for Paul, there was one card that I wanted to see, right? Mercenaries will unlock new and more powerful ability cards each time they level up. Look for synergies between ability cards and adapt your hand depending on the enemy's types you'll be facing. Having the right card against the right enemies might just keep you alive. On the ability panel, you can edit the deck of your cards you take to the dungeon on the ability panel. This one? Is this the ability panel? Each mercenary has a different amount of cards they can carry and can only go adventuring with a fully equipped hand. Hover over the abilities to view their full descriptions. So is that meaning here? So I can unselect and reselect? So one of these I was like, I do want that one. This one I could care less about. Heal 2, range 2, target 2. That's actually pretty good for healing your friends. There was one I was like, what is that? And then I can't click on it. There's one that the ability was cut off on the screen, but I can't click on it from here anyways. Whatever. Alright. I think we're gonna get more movement for him. And a stamina potion. Do I want to swap out any cards? Let's see. Gain +1 for each enemy targeted. If I have the wind. Add +2 attack to all of your melee attacks on this round. Okay. If I use that top one, I gotta burn it anyways. I kinda really want this card. Add +1 attack to all of your ranged attacks this round. I kinda want this card, but what card would I want to give up? This is just gonna be me setting up the game. I hope this isn't too boring. Maybe I'll set it up as a separate video so that if you want to skip it, you can. You know, we're already so far into it, so if you're made it this far, oh well. All allies, all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. So maybe not that one. All allies and enemies adjacent to the target suffer 1 damage. That's fine. Destroy 1 obstacle. Okay, I bought both of the boots. He only had 2 boots. I'm sorry, I just noticed that the two of 2 meant that he had 2 of those items. I think the one that I just chose is the one that I'm okay with giving up. And we'll select that one. Okay. Any of these that I want to add. Attack 3 at a range of 4. Move 2 and loot every hex you enter. Ooh. Next time you suffer damage this round, suffer no damage instead. That's nice. Attack 2. Add X attack, where X is double the shield value of the target. Oh my god, I want that. I want it. Okay, add +1 attack for each of your allies adjacent to the target. That'd be nice. Force 1 adjacent enemy to perform move 1, with you controlling the action and ending in a hex adjacent to you. This is a really low one as well. I wish these were in numerical order. So, oh, we do have 10 and 6 and 4. So her thing is just going quick. Single out, attack 3, add 2 attack and gain when the target is adjacent to one of your allies. Or your next 4 attacks targeting enemies. We'll keep that one. Smoke bomb. I do like pool, so we're gonna keep pool. Oh, she has so many. This one maybe not as important. It's really nice. It's dope AF. Heal 3, move, poison target one adjacent. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that one as well. This is the one that I wanted. Add X attack for X is double the shield. Okay. Move, loot every hex you enter this with this action. I think that's what I'm gonna. This is really low, but if I pair it right, I'll be good. Alright, what do you have that I might want? Move 3. On your next 4 heal actions, add +2 heal. Create 1/2 damage poison trap an adjacent empty sail. Hex, sorry. One ally within range 2 may recover one of their discarded cards. Whoa. Okay. This is a pretty strong one. Attack for 2 at a range of 3 on 2 targets, and a heal 5 at a range of 2. There's a heal 5 that burns my card. What do I not want? Create 6 damage trap. That burns it too. Maybe not. A decoy and some heal. If I create the decoy, it burns. Oh, all your cards just burn. You just burn. You just waste all your cards. Ugh, how annoying. Everything burns? Dude, my guy, why am I bringing you? All your cool shit just burns cards. Attack for 1 at a range of 3 and stun. Oh my god. One adjacent ally may recover all of their discarded cards. That's dope. Burns it. Heal 1 affecting. Okay, we'll keep your heals because that might come in really good handy. Both of these are gonna burn. If I use it, both of them burn. You and all adjacent allies add +1 attack to all your attacks this round. Alright. That one for the top half. This one for the bottom half. I don't really care about that one, so maybe I'll add like one of these. This could come in handy as like a I need healing now type thing. Attacks for 1 at a range of 3 and add stun. Or create 1. I don't really care about traps right now. We'll do that one. Okay, retaliate 2 on self and shield 2. Add +1 attacks to all of your attacks this round. Okay, that one's pretty good. And it's a pretty low initiative. So it'll get me moving pretty quick. X is the number of hexes you've moved this turn. X is the amount of damage. I really do like that one. Skewer is really nice too. Attack 3 at a range of 3 or attack 2. This one just gives me 2 attacks, so maybe we'll take that one off. That shield bash, attack for 4 and stun, but it burns my card, but it's a high damage, so maybe we're gonna unclick it for now. We'll come back to it. Gain 1 shield. We'll keep loot and move. That's a high move. You do have your boots though. Overwhelming assault. So if Stacy loots, does she keep all the loot, or do I get to divvy up my gold between my characters? Attack for 6, but it burns. But this one pushes, so we're gonna keep that. Any enemy who targets one of your adjacent allies with an attack this round targets you with that attack instead. Regardless, this is a low initiative, so I don't really want to get rid of my low initiatives. I like the sweeping blow, so we're not getting rid of that. Gain 1 for each time you retaliate this round. Okay. Trample, I also really like. So I have 2 cards I can add here. skewer is definitely one that I want to add. This one I really want as well. But this gives me 2 attack options. This one's a burn, and I don't really know if I want to burn. This one's also a burn. Add +1 to all of your attacks this round. This one's not a burn. But look at the initiatives as well. I have so many high initiatives compared to low initiatives. Well, the bow's not really that. Well, 27 is better than 77. Maybe we'll come back to it another time. Because all of you are poor. We're going to go back to the map. And I believe it wants me to do here. Black Barrow. Your journey starts here. Oh, that's here. Okay. So what's this then? It wants me to do a city encounter. Should I start? I'll start there since it's glowing. Right. Jumping into a quest. City encounter. You're relaxing at the Sleeping Lion when an immaculately dressed man approaches your table, a fake smile plastered on his face. Ah, you must be the mercenaries everybody's talking about, yes? My name is Lord Grayman, and I have a delicate matter to discuss. May I sit? You gesture to the chair, and he sits with a faint grimace. I am transporting some valuable goods this evening from one of my warehouses, and I have reason to believe that some of the less desirable elements of the city wish to steal from me. I would like to hire you to help guard the undertaking. Agree to guard the goods. It should be easy money, or politely decline. You have much bigger things to do tonight. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So I am 10 collective gold and 5 XP. So this is collective. I get to divvy it out to whoever I want. You head to the warehouse and are immediately set upon by a group of thieves. However, they prove no match for your expertise and are quickly dispatched. Grayman thanks you. Oh, I just did it. Okay, cool. So I get to divvy up the coins how I want to. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Tinkle is getting less. Paul and Bobby will get the most. If Stacy picks stuff up in the dungeons, she's getting to keep that, right? Like, no one else gets that gold. Because apparently it's not in a pool. I can't like buy things and then give it to somebody. That person specifically has to have enough gold for that item. They can't ask a friend for a loan, I guess. Alright, well, city encounter is done. Temple of Great Oak was for if I couldn't finish something. Merchant we don't need to go back to right now. And then Gloomhaven is our city. If I click on it, what happens? There's just a bunch of stuff here. Oh, things I can click on. Temple of the Great Oak. Okay, that's the temple. That's the merchant. Okay, so this is just where I'm going. Well, where's my base? Where's my home? The void. Okay. I don't have a home yet. Let's look at the Temple of the Great Oaks. Oh. Mercenaries will be blessed every time they give a donation of 10 gold to the Temple of the Great Oak. A blessed mercenary will gain 2 additional ×2 attack modifiers in the next dungeon. Oh. Remember, each mercenary has his or her own stash of gold and personal inventory, so make sure you click on the right mercenary's portrait before you donate to the temple. Well, I don't have anything to donate right now. Is it already specified how many modifiers I have? Consistency. Remove 2 -1 cards. Oh, that'd be nice. So I have to get the perks to do these things. so there's like different things here that I can gain. A +3? Heck yeah. So I can get, these are set. Everybody has the same amount of them, it looks like. Yeah, just about. Oh, you have less slots for items. Cool, cool, cool. What is this? So this is what we have. In the equipment panel, you'll find the different types of items a mercenary can carry. Clicking on an item slot will display all the items of that type the mercenary owns. What? Clicking on an item slot will display all the items of that type the mercenary owns. If the item slot is displayed in gray, it means you currently have no items of that type. Okay. So, are these automatically equipped when I get them? Leg items, small items, hand items, body items. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm just clicking around looking at stuff now. I think what I'll do is I will end this first recording here, and I'll post this one before the actual scheduled campaign playthrough. So we got to look at character creation, we got to kind of get a feel of the menus and the controls, and then we got to do a little easy side quest that just automatically gave us money. So I think we're in good hands. Yeah, I will go ahead and call it for this introduction. I am excited. Probably gonna just jump right into the first quest here after this recording block is done, and then I will see you in the next video. Again, once this one goes out, just know that the first episode was already filmed as well. So any tips or tricks will not be applied to the first video. So just bear in mind, and I'll make sure I keep the dates listed on the video so you know when they're recorded. But yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate all of your support. If you do have any tips for me, even though they might not have implemented it right away, don't hesitate leaving them still. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.